Good morning, juniors. Today we're going to keep talking about mitosis. Our objectives for today, I can create a model of mitosis and explain the purpose and outcome of mitosis. So, a review from the last time we talked about mitosis. We know that mitosis is cell division, and it's when one cell replicates its DNA and divides into two new daughter cells. Remember, those daughter cells are identical, the exact same as the parent cell. So we say that both the parent and the daughter cells are diploid. That word diploid, remember the prefix di, means that they have two sets of chromosomes. It's really important that you remember the parent cell is identical to the daughter cells in mitosis. Okay, so first thing we're going to write down today, not very many notes, so that's exciting. The cell cycle is the stages of the cell's life. And the cell spends most of its life not dividing. This part of its life is called interphase. You can see at this diagram on the bottom where my cursor is. The cell spends almost all of its life in interphase, not dividing. Only a really small sliver of this graph is devoted to mitosis because cells only spend a little bit of time actually dividing. I'm going to give you some time to copy this down. Pause the video if you need more time. Okay, so here we go. Here's a picture with mitosis. You know, we start with one cell. It's an interphase, hanging out, chilling. And then after mitosis, we have two identical daughter cells. Remember PMAT from Friday? Prophase, metaphase, anaphase, and telophase are 4 phases of mitosis. This is interphase, a nice little picture. This is how the cell spends most of its life. It's growing, and then the DNA replicates once it's ready to divide. Prophase, we see our chromosomes are X'd up. We know when those X's form that the cell is in prophase. Metaphase is when those X's line up in the middle of the cell. Remember, middle M, metaphase. They line up in the middle of the cell, so they are getting ready to be split. X's in the middle means metaphase. Anaphase is when those chromosomes get split apart, and one chromosome goes to each opposite end of the cell, which are going to become the new daughter cells. So look, they all have the same amount of DNA, the same exact chromosomes, because they're going to be identical. This is anaphase. Telophase, our last PMAT phase, is when the nuclei start to reform. We have two new cells forming here. They're identical. They're identical to the parent cell, the same amount of DNA, the same exact type of DNA. And then at the end, we have two new cells, new diploid daughter cells. These cells maybe are used for repairing skin or growing taller, getting more muscle, growing your hair. Let's do a practice problem together. If a cell with 24 chromosomes goes through mitosis, how many chromosomes will be in the daughter cells? Remember, this cell right here, this is the parent cell, and it has 24 chromosomes. After it goes through mitosis, how many chromosomes are going to be in the daughter cells? Well, the daughter cells are identical in mitosis, so each daughter cell will also have 24 chromosomes. Here's our parent cell. Right here, it has 24 chromosomes. Both daughter cells will have 24 chromosomes because they are identical to the parent cell. Quick recap. We learned today that the cell spends most of its life in interphase, actually not dividing. Our 4 phases of mitosis, PMAT, prophase, metaphase, anaphase, telophase. 2 daughter cells are identical to the parent cell. We use mitosis to make new body cells. Those cells are usually used for growth and repair. Now let's go over our guided practice for today. We're going to make mitosis models with cookies. So you and your shoulder partner are going to model mitosis using Oreo cookies and sprinkles. You need 1 cookie for each phase So one for prophase, one for metaphase, one for anaphase, and one for telophase, plus 2 cookies at the end to represent the 2 new daughter cells. So your cookie in this model is going to represent the cell, and the sprinkles are going to represent the chromosomes or the DNA. So here's your instructions. Please listen very carefully. Rewind the video if you need to. You're going to twist all of your cookies open and put the extra top chocolate cookie piece to the side. You're then going to arrange the sprinkles on the cream part of each cookie to look like the 4 phases of mitosis, to look like PMAT. Now, definitely be looking at your sheet from Friday so you can get a picture of what the phases look like. Also, I will put our pictures of the 4 phases of the cell up on the board as soon as everyone is done with the video. After you've got all of your PMAT phases organized and arranged with sprinkles, you are going to arrange the sprinkles on your 2 new daughter cells. Those are the end products of mitosis. Now remember, those should look identical and they should have the same number of sprinkles. You're not going to be able to have the same color of sprinkles just because they're rainbow, that's okay, but they should have, both new daughter cells should have the same number of sprinkles. Our rules for today. You are only using the materials in your group's bag. You may not eat any part of your model, including the extra cookie pieces, until it's been checked by an adult. You are going to finish your model by labeling each phase on the paper towel next to the cookie. So next to the prophase cookie, you're going to write prophase. Next to the metaphase cookie, you're going to write metaphase. You're going to put your group member names on top of the paper towel. As soon as all of these steps are completed, you've got your cookies set up, sprinkles arranged, everything's labeled and named. Silently raise your hand so it can get checked by an adult. You can eat your model and move on to independent practice. Let's get started.